Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. I want to start out by saying, if you're looking for craft supplies, check your local library. Yesterday, my sister-in-law and I went to our local library. They were having a craft swap week where you took in some crafts that you didn't want and you got to bring home some that you did. And I want to show you what I found. And it's because of this that I can put on this card what I want to do today. I've been looking for a 1/4 inch wide strip cutter, and I found one at the library and it was free. I also got these little stamps. And then this is a well-loved stamp with a train that looks like a postcard stamp. And then I got these, looks like Avery L. You're Invited. And then this is a 3-piece stamp. These have just been lightly used, if even used. And this is Autumn Leaves Pretty Poppies. And then I got this cover stamp. Looks like they tried to sell it at a garage sale at one point. And it just looks like material. But I was so excited. I took some crafts in that I didn't have and made room for. You might want to check your local library. If they don't have a craft swap, maybe ask them if they'd be interested in setting one up. Well, anyhow, I need to make a masculine birthday card. And I'm going to use my new strip die. All right. I am going to be using GinaK's Guiding Light stamp and die set. And then I want to use this On Your Special Day. This is, who knows where it came from, rubber stamp. It could, usually, most likely a garage sale flea market. I'm making an ivory colored card today, or cream, whichever you prefer. 10 inches by 7 inches, scored at the 5-inch line, fold it and crease it with your bone folder. And then I have a piece of chocolate brown, which is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then this is a double-sided piece. I want to use this brown paisley side of it. This measures 6.5 by 4.5. And I'm going to be using some copper stickers from StampOnIt. This is just a strip of brown cardstock. When I cut out a card base, there's usually a strip at the end. This is 1.5 inches wide and it's 11 inches long. I'm just going to cut an angle so you don't need the whole piece. And then I have some 1/4 inch strips of ivory. And that was so cool to cut that out with. It's a little bit longer. It didn't fit on my Anna Griffin Empress machine. It was a little long. I mean, it cut it out except for the end. So all I had to do was take scissors and then cut them apart at the end. So I would need my longer platform if I was going to do it again. Now I have these 2 circles, and I use GinaK's Master Layouts 8. If you don't have that, this is 3 1/16. And then I cut it in ivory, and this is 2 15/16. All right, let me get this together. We're just going to be doing some stamping and all sorts of fun things. I'm just going to start by putting the brown on the base. That's an over and done, or one and done. Now you could also cut sentiments out of this middle if you didn't want to waste your whole piece of brown. Because most of it's going to be covered up. All right. So I'm going to start by stamping on here. This is where I want to put On Your Special Day. Now, see which one is that. And let me guess, it's not going to be on this one. It should be right around over here. Well, there it goes, everything. Yep, there it is right there. When I stamped them on my paper, I kind of put them on here in the order. That was my blending brush holder that fell over when my Misty door went back. Let me put that up. Okay. All right, so I want On Your Special Day to be kind of down here in this bottom corner. I'm going to lift it up just the littlest bit. Now, there's been no VersaFine in this episode. For this, I'm going to be using StampOnIt in Timber Brown. This is a really dark brown. It's going to take a couple stampings because my StampOnIt. I'm really rough on my pads. I don't know if you can see it's shredding off to the side. Yeah, there you can see it better. I keep them as long as I possibly can use them. Still has ink on it, which is often one reason I don't re-ink some of these. I do re-ink my GinaKs, but these different style of pads, I'm pretty rough on. So there are one and done and get a new one. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, I'll wipe off with my tidy towel here. If you get it right away, it's good, but StampOnIt does tend to stain. As you can see, it's a little brown colored. I do have a StampOnIt cleaner, but if you don't get it off, that's okay. It doesn't affect the quality of your stamp. StampOnIt cleaner is just pretty strong smelling. All right. Now, before I stamp on here, I want to do a little bit of ink blending. So let me put my cover on. I'm going to use GinaK's Kraft and Warm Cocoa, and I'm just going to blend right on top of here. Just need my brown brush and a piece of scrap. I think it's a piece of white over here, just to get off whatever might be on there. That would have been a good color, but you never know what's on here. So I'm just going to go in a circle with Kraft, kind of lightly. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of warm cocoa, not heavy, so I'm going to tap it off just to add a little bit of contrast in there. And just on the inside. Now I'm going to stamp on here with the Lighthouse from this kit. As I said, this is GinaK's Guiding Light. Now, if I can get the stamps out, I'll stamp with it. I'll get that right as centered as I can. And I'm going to use the StampOnIt for that also. Well, good catch, but now I have ink on my fingers. So just one moment. Caught it before it went on my sweater anyways. And one more. Okay. Now I'm not done stamping, but I'm done using the MISTI for stamping, and I'm done with the StampOnIt. Okay. Get my tidy towel. See, and that's a nice chocolate brown color now. But about, once every couple months, I come with my StampOnIt cleaner and clean off any stamps that I may have used. Now, I want to use the anchor from this set, and I'm going to stamp it on the background by hand. And let's see, I want to use the Kraft. I'm just going to add an anchor pattern to the background that's already here. And I'm just going to go lightly. It's just a hint. And I'm going random turning them one way, turning them another. And then I'm going to do one a little heavier. It's just adding a little bit of interest, and some of them I'll even go off the edge. And I'm going to get one down here, that. And it just adds. Okay. All right, done stamping. There we go. Okay, now's where the playing with shapes comes in. I'm going to take this rectangle and I'm going to start it at this corner, and I want it to go to this corner. This corner is going to go below it, and on this corner I'm going above it. So I'm going to glue it down and then cut off the pieces that I don't need. That should give me enough space there. So from this corner, I want to go down. From this corner, I want to go up. Now I'll cut off my extra. Okay. Clean up the glue that I got on there. Now, these white strips, I'm going to glue down. I'm not going to use that one. I got brown ink on it. Pardon me. Get that glue down. I need a little bit more glue down here. Didn't go far enough down. Okay, now one more. This is going to go up here, and I'm trying to keep them as evenly spaced apart as I can. It's all right if they're not. It's okay if you just slide it right off there. This is where an acrylic block comes in handy to press down. Now I have these copper strips that I want to put. They have straight lines, and then they have one that is more of a, oh, it looks like a little chain, a chain link piece. And I want to put that right in the middle of that. Gives it a little bling, but not too much. Now I'll cut off these ends. Okay. Now these are going to go together, and then I'm going to place this right about, I'm still working on placement on that one. My mind's wanting me to do it in the bottom right corner, but I'm thinking more off center, but towards the center. But we shall see what it looks like. I have some foam dots, so I'm going to put on the back. I want to make sure that that's straight on there. These are just ones I got at Hobby Lobby. Any you have will work just fine. You could even put foam tape. Or if you don't have foam or anything sticky like this, you can just cut out 5 to 10 circles and just glue them all together. if you don't have enough, if you have enough paper, go ahead and do that. Use up some of your scraps if you want to. If you don't have some elevating foam. Okay. I'm just going to put just a tiny bit of glue on the outside circles. Oh, on the inside too. Give me a little wiggle room. So I'm going to stand up. I'm thinking more towards the center, but off center. Does that make sense? I'm going with it. Okay, now to put this on the card base. And that got lost in the shuffle. Here it is. That is not the card base. That's a yellow. No, that's the right one. It's hard to tell. Nope, it's not the right one. Okay. It was just, oh, there it is. It shows you that not all creams are made alike. Now this, even though it's popped up here, I'm going to pop this up with a little bit of flat foam tape. This is a low loft, so it's not going to stick up very high, but it will give it a little bit more dimension. But yet it will make it so it's not too fat to put through the mail. Well, my goodness, there we go. Put a little bit of glue on here. I'm going to stand up and try and get this as centered as I can. Okay, now I'm going to add just a smidgen of bling. And I've got two options that I thought of. One is my plain old rhinestones that I will color. Or I have these gold that I'm going to color. So I'm going to try a couple of the gold first. These are gold pearls. I have YG130 yellow gray. I'm hoping this will make it like a coppery. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's like a chocolate brown copper, but I don't think I want the big ones. I want to try some of the medium ones. I'll do 7, but I don't think I'm going to use them all. Now these ones stick fairly well, so I can just see where I want to place them. I'm thinking I'll do a big one up here with a couple little ones. Well, that one didn't stick to my finger. Kind of make a corner angle. Don't like that. Do like that. I'm gonna, since I took these off, I'm going to add just a little bit of glue here. We're going to put 1 and 2 here. Just going for it. And 1 and 2. Now it still needs a little bit of bling. I'm going to take my clear Wink of Stella and just do the lighthouse. There we go. Okay. That's a fairly quick and easy card for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Now, I do have one more thing for you to do. For Friday, I want to make a card based on the papers that you pick for me. I'm going to get back to that. So you have a choice of paper A, which is a black with pink and gold stars, and it's just a one-sided, and it's actually paper. Or I have this ivory, it's not ivory, it's like a gray with silver foiled flowers. This would be B. You want me to do paper A or paper B? All right. Now it's thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.